Next problem that we have for quadratic equation, finding the minimum and the maximum value, we will again be using the completing the square method, and this is a slightly more complicated equation because now we have minus 3x to the power of 2. So when you see this, right, you have to try to simplify it in a way that the first unit, the first element, becomes simply 1x to the power of 2, and that is x to the power of 2. So in order to achieve this, we have to look at this particular equation. So the beginning element of this equation is minus 3 multiplied by x to the power of 2, followed by minus 3x minus 23 over 4. So what we can do here is to take out this minus 3 so that you can simplify the entire equation and to integrate easily the completing the square method. So what we have here on the second equation is we re-express the entire thing by taking out minus 3. So what we have now is bracket x to the power of 2 plus x plus 23 over 12 because we're taking out minus 3, all right? So when you take out minus 3, what you have to do is you multiply the denominator 4 by minus 3. So the next line, we're re-expressing it by introducing the completing the square method. So what we have here is minus 3 bracket. Now, this is something very similar to what we have seen before. That is x squared plus x. Now, this is introducing the completing the square method plus 1 over 2 to the power of 2. Why 1? Because x, the second element is x, and x is 1x. Therefore, you use the 1, which is the coefficient for the second element, as part of the completing the square method. Therefore, you write 1 over 2 to the power of 2 minus 1 over 2 to the power of 2, followed by copy the last element from the previous equation down, plus 23 divided by 12. Moving on to the next equation, we further simplify everything. Now we're at minus 3 bracket. So what we do is we take away the x and we bring the first and the third element together. So we have x plus 2 to the power of 2 minus 5. 5 is the summation of the second last equation, second last element, and the last element. Okay? So x plus 2 to the power of 2 has to be equals or greater than 0. Because why? The whole entire equation is to the power of 2. Okay? Then we evaluate the next one, that is minus 3 bracket x plus 2 to the power of 2. Same thing, is greater than or equals to 0. Therefore, this occurs for all real values of x. Then let's evaluate this one. We evaluate the entire equation. Then we see what is the maximum value. So the maximum value is actually minus 5. Because when minus 3 multiplied by x plus half to the power of 2, and it becomes 0, this particular element becomes nullified. What you have left is minus 5. Therefore, minus 5 is the maximum value. Remember, negative value can be the maximum value as well. So fx has a maximum value of minus x. So the maximum value occurs when x plus half to the power of 2 equals to 0. Then you re-express it. Then you'll find that finally x is equals to minus half. Therefore, the maximum value occurs when x is equals to minus half.
Tuition Near Me, your #1 portal for everything that is related to education. See you at Tuition Near Me.